As an office assistant working with the Swan Creek National Wildlife Refuge, you prepare a document publicizing summer day camps at the refuge. Your supervisor provided a few paragraphs that you modify, creating an article for distribution to schools in the area. After checking for any spelling and grammatical mistakes, you use the thesaurus to identify a synonym. Save a blank document so that as you type or insert text, you can simply click Save on the Quick Access toolbar to save updates to the document. You might find occasion to insert text from a previously saved file into a blank document. In this case, your supervisor at the refuge created and saved a rough draft of an article promoting summer camps. You insert all of the text from her document into the new blank document that you have opened and saved. Inserting text can be a time saver, enabling you to reuse and modify existing text. After inserting text, you press the key combination of Ctrl plus Home to move to the beginning of the document. Selections on the Quick Access toolbar, including Save, provide one-click access to common commands. You save the current document and then close it by clicking the File tab and then Close. The File tab includes general options related to the open document. The Close option closes the current document but leaves Word open so that you can continue to use Word for other documents.
In the Windows 10 desktop, click the Start button. From the Start menu, scroll to and click Word. Click Blank Document.
Because the refuge article was recently saved, you find it in the recent list. Non-printing characters display when you click Show/Hide. Those characters represent such keystrokes as Enter, Space, and Tab. Showing non-printing characters enables you to troubleshoot a document, perhaps confirming that a problem with text positioning is caused by the presence of hard returns. Because you can see non-printing characters, you can also delete them if necessary. When you insert a hard return by pressing Enter, you create a new paragraph. Word defines a paragraph as any line that ends in a hard return. Press Delete to remove space or characters at the right of the insertion point. Press Enter to insert a hard return and create a new paragraph. As you type a paragraph, the first letter is automatically capitalized, even if you begin the paragraph with a lowercase letter. Press Ctrl+End to move to the end of the document. Because non-printing characters are displayed, you can see the hard return and delete it. After deleting the hard return, or blank paragraph, the document occupies only one page.
This next report, question mark, ending sets, ending minus. It said position the instrument. Delete.
By default, Word identifies possible spelling and grammatical errors, underlining spelling errors in red and grammatical or word usage errors in blue. Even so, you should always proofread a document yourself to locate errors Word might have missed. Right-click an underlined word to display a shortcut menu of possible corrections. The Review tab includes a spelling and grammar, or Check Document, selection that will check the entire document, pausing at each error so that you can select from a list of possible corrections, or manually correct an error yourself. The Editor pane enables you to check spelling, grammatical, and conciseness concerns. Word's References tab includes a Smart Lookup option to view additional information related to a selected word, such as a definition shown here. Use Word's Thesaurus tool to identify a synonym for a selected word. In this case, you insert the word absorbed, replacing the word immersed. To insert a word, click the arrow to the right of the desired synonym in the Thesaurus pane. As a document is changed, it is important to save it periodically. You created and saved a document, simplifying the task of creating a document by inserting text from an existing document. As you moved through the document, you learned to insert and delete text, and you learned the value of displaying non-printing characters when proofreading and adjusting text within a document. You used Word's spelling check feature to explore a document for errors, and you identified a definition and alternate wording for a selected word.
Open the footer.
Adjust margins, change page orientation, insert a watermark, insert a symbol, and review the document for overall appearance and attractive page flow. A header or footer can identify a document by such items as file name, author, or organization. By incorporating text in a footer, you can identify this document as a publication of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. In addition, you can include the file name or other identifying information in the footer area. To align header text at the right margin, on the same line as existing text, choose from selections in the Position group on the Header and Footer Tools Design tab. You can insert fields such as the file name in a header or footer line. To the body of the document. You edit the document by adding a sentence to include the beginning and ending dates of the camp. You modify the document to create a flyer providing a summary of camp information. You determine that the content of the second paragraph is not necessary for the shortened flyer, so you triple-click the paragraph to select it and then delete the paragraph. You also delete the single-line paragraphs at the end of the document. Save the flyer with a new file name so that you can maintain both the flyer and the article that you began earlier. Some documents, such as flyers or tables of text, are more attractive when shown in landscape orientation, with text shown wider than it is tall. Others, such as letters and research papers, are typically arranged in portrait orientation. You change the orientation of the flyer to landscape, but after reviewing the change, you undo your last action to return the flyer to a more attractive portrait orientation. Return the document to a view of 100% as you continue to edit. Because you are shortening the article to produce a more succinct flyer on the summer program, you no longer need the footer noting the affiliate. Research papers are typically. You modify the document to create a flyer providing a summary of camp information. You determine that the Save the letters and research papers are typically arranged in portrait orientation. You change the orientation of the flyer to landscape, but after reviewing the change, you undo your last action to return the flyer to a more attractive portrait orientation. Return the document to a view of 100% as you continue to edit. Because you are shortening the article to produce a more succinct flyer on the summer program, you no longer need the footer noting the affiliation with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Print Preview confirms the removal of the footer. The flyer is complete, so you save and close it. You want your supervisor to review the article before it is considered complete, so you include a watermark to identify the article as a draft. A watermark often identifies a document's status, owner, or company logo. You can modify a watermark to make it more visible, or to change the color or transparency. A symbol is a graphic or character that is not typically found on the keyboard. You might include a trademark symbol beside a brand name, for example, or perhaps a document requires a foreign language character that is available in Word's collection of symbols. Symbols also include such items as a non-breaking space, preventing the division of words between lines, as when a person's first name is shown on one line with the last name shown on the next. So that a month and day are not divided between lines in a document, you include a non-breaking space symbol. A non-breaking space symbol is considered a special character located in the symbol dialog box. Because Stryker is a trademarked name, you follow the company name with a trademark symbol. Your supervisor has provided you with a cover letter to include with the article. You insert text from the cover letter as the first page of the article mailing. You insert a page break at the top of the first page so that a new blank page is added at the top of the document. You will create an introductory letter on the new blank page. You create the cover letter by inserting text from a previously created document. The footer is not necessary for the cover letter, nor is the watermark. However, both items should remain on the flyer, which is on the second page. Therefore, you indicate that the footer and watermark should not display on the first page. To open a header or footer, you can double-click in the header or footer area. You can then select Different First Page to remove a header or footer, as well as a watermark, from the first page. You can enlarge or reduce the size of on-screen text in a Word document by zooming in or zooming out.
Select the different for
Your supervisor has provided you with a cover letter to include with the article. You insert text from the cover letter as the first page of the article mailing. You insert a page break at the top of the first page so that a new blank page is added at the top of the document. You will create an introductory letter on the new blank page. You create the cover letter by inserting text from a previously created document. The footer is not necessary for the cover letter, nor is the watermark. However, both items should remain on the flyer, which is on the second page. Therefore, you indicate that the footer and watermark should not display on the first page. To open a header or footer, you can double-click in the header or footer area. You can then select Different First Page to remove a header or footer, as well as a watermark, from the first page. You can enlarge or reduce the size of on-screen text in a Word document by zooming in or zooming out. You might want to enlarge text for easier proofreading, or reduce text to visualize how text flows from one page to the next. Changing the size of text on screen, however, does not change font size, so it will not affect the size of printed text. Change the zoom percentage of the article to 125% to enlarge the text on screen. Then proofread the article, right-clicking and correcting any flagged words that is actually misspelled. Zoom group options enable you to change the zoom percentage or to view a document on a single page or multiple pages. Here, you view multiple pages of the document to get an overall picture of how text is lining up on each page. To preview a document to see how it will look when printed, click the File tab and then click Print. The cover letter on the first page appears to be positioned too high, so you insert a few hard returns to move the text down a bit. You have modified the article by including a footer, adjusting margins, adding a watermark, inserting symbols, and inserting cover letter text from another document. You also created a shortened version of the article to distribute as a flyer. After viewing the article to ensure that it is attractive and well positioned, you are now ready to submit it to your supervisor for final approval. The article promoting the summer day camp program is finalized and almost ready for distribution. Before sending it out, you include appropriate document properties, and you ensure that the document is available to others, no matter what version of Word they use. So that those with visual challenges or other disabilities can read the document, you check it for accessibility. You also consider options that ensure the creation of adequate backup copies and retrieval of documents. Before finalizing the article, you ensure that any personally identifying data is removed and you prepare the document for printing by specifying print options. By assigning document properties to a document, you identify it in various ways, such as by author or keywords. Not only do document properties describe a document's purpose or origination, but they are also searchable. You can search for all documents authored by a particular person or identified by specific keywords. You can also print document properties. You assign an author name and comments that provide additional document detail. Using custom properties, you are able to identify the document detail. You can also print documents to identify the document as part of a particular project, in this case, as related to school information. For documentation purposes, you print the document properties associated with the document. As it is widely distributed, the document you are completing should be accessible by as many people as possible, even those with disabilities. Word's Accessibility Checker provides assistance by identifying various levels of concern related to the accessibility of document features. Here, the memo heading is adjusted as it relates to other text in the document.
You said if someone in your life manipulates you, gaslights you, downright degrades you, etc., they don't need to be in your life, and I don't give a fuck what title you hold. Well, she constantly makes me feel bad about myself, and she actually makes me feel like I'm less than a human being, but she's my Nana. Fuck Nana.
You open a memo welcoming a new employee to Swan Creek. Because the memo was saved in a much earlier version of Word, the words Compatibility Mode display in the title bar along with the file name. You convert the memo to the newest Word format. The Compatibility Mode designation is removed from the title bar.
Get to y'all, babe. Oh no, they ain't got school tomorrow. Tomorrow Friday. They ain't got school tomorrow. They ain't got school tomorrow. Tomorrow Friday. Y'all got school. Y'all got school tomorrow. I think it might. Y'all might do. Y'all didn't go Monday. Oh yeah, I did go Monday. Okay. Shut up, nigga.